But that was not the only lawsuit that he faced, because he also resolved another criminal case in Manhattan without going to trial, pleading guilty to a single charge of harassment stemming from an accusation of kissing a woman without her consent. There was also another case where the woman accused Cuba of battery assault and the intentional infliction of emotional distress, ended with a judge ordering him to pay $80,000 in compensatory damages to the plaintiff, Natasha Ashworth. In early 2022, he struck a plea deal to avoid prison time for the Soho SA, pleading guilty to a reduced charge. Cuba's lawyer attempted to defend his behavior, saying, "He's very, very outgoing. He's very friendly. He's very jovial. I guess the word is, sometimes he's frisky, but he's not inappropriate. He respects women. I've known him for over 30 years, never been charged or convicted of any crimes. I don't think it's going to create any pattern or affect his case." Mary J. Blige. Given Mary J. Blige's history with Diddy, it's not exactly shocking to see that she was allegedly by his side the whole time the FreakOffs were happening. Chilly, if you thought Diddy and Jay-Z were besties, just wait until you hear about him and Mary. They go way back to the early 90s. And they worked together on her first album, What's the 411. They've been close for more than 30 years, and Diddy has had nothing but great things to say about her, talking about how she was one of the greats. He said, "Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest storytellers in R&B history. She created a lane for women around the world to speak their truth to power. So nobody deserves this success more than her. More than being my sister and my best friend, she will forever be a pioneer and the queen of hip-hop soul, who remains an unstoppable force that can accomplish anything she sets her mind to." However, everything changed around the late 90s to early 2000s. Diddy and Mary went through a messy beef, and they had a bad feud for years. At some point, it was like they were never going to make up, but Mary eventually chose to swallow her pride and admitted that the reason for the beef was that she was a hot mess who couldn't keep it together. She said, "The reason we split up is me not understanding the business the way I needed to understand it at the time," she explained. "He had a label, he had a female artist, he had Biggie, but during the time, I was really dogging myself. I was a mess on drugs. Any smart man or businessman would have moved away from me. It felt like he was becoming distant. But looking back, I now understand why. I wasn't delivering properly. I wasn't taking care of my health, so how can he roll his dice on me?" Diddy eventually let bygones be bygones, and they managed to mend their friendship. Things were all good between them again, but now, that's a totally different situation. After the feds came knocking on Diddy's door, Mary made it clear she'd cut ties long ago, claiming she burned that bridge ages ago. She didn't waste time, and she posted a cryptic message on Instagram saying, "Unfortunately, a lot of you all met me when I lacked boundaries and was a people pleaser. Let me reintroduce myself. I burn bridges as needed." This had some people